Warning.
Competing out of the red corner, he brings it world triumph. Please give it up for Glen Williams. And his opponent competing out of the blue corner, he trains out of Dead Jacksonville. Please welcome Dangerous Donald Halliday.
Dangerous Donald Halliday, no stranger to trauma television, out there representing, holding it down in the Irish shorts, facing undefeated Glen Williams. Glen has knocked his last 3 opponents out. Look at the killer instinct of Donald. Coming forward, Glen took his eyes off him for a minute. Dangerous Donald Halliday came right forward, ready to turn it into a fight. Glen has knocked his last 3 opponents out, all in the first round, and definitely has a considerable weight advantage on Donald Halliday in here. Dead Game Fight School, Dangerous Donald Halliday, never being one to turn down an uphill battle. Big Scary, this being one of your sparring partners, teammates, give us some insight.
Oh, well, I mean, Donald, he's got great technique and a lot of heart.
He does. I trained him.
Yeah, I mean, he makes up for maybe a lack of athletic natural ability. I mean, you look at someone like Glen Williams on paper. I mean, he's got more reach, a little bit faster, but, I mean, Donald is bringing the fight to him.
He is. He's really worn him out with these body shots. Glen's really starting to fade a little bit, I think, man. But even for a guy like him, he's still dangerous when he does fade. You know?
Yeah.
And he fights in short bursts.
Yeah, I mean, with Donald, he's just bringing it. He's just moving forward.
Absolutely. Donald, as I mentioned, you know, I trained Donald from the ground up years ago when he started, and he's another one that's never turned down a match, never ducked an opponent. You know, always showed up to fight whoever he was fought, and that didn't matter who it was. Really, what a fighter's supposed to be. Unfortunately, in this day and age, we know it's not like that anymore. Even in the amateurs, for most of these guys, you know, Donald taking the wins, taking the losses, everything in between, and unyielding. You know, in his pursuit to really, you know, drive forward with this passion and love for boxing that he has, and it shows. Hard work pays off. I mean, he's in there. He's really just Williams in a state of comatose. Williams is pretty much just shut down.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been able to do anything in a while now. I mean, Donald has just been bullying him around.
Yeah, Donald's fading a little bit too. He's not as crisp as he was in the beginning, but the important thing is that Donald's still coming forward and he's still staying busy. Even little stuff like that right there, where a lot of them are hitting gloves, you know, he's still showing the unyielding spirit, you know, of an indomitable warrior, and he's ready to do battle. I mean, you know, he's not going to quit. He's going to continue to come forward. Doesn't care what the odds against him are.
Yeah, and I think Donald can see that Glen is pretty tired. So he's definitely he
Big
knows.
Scary, you think Donald can see Glen's pretty tight? Did you think Donald Halliday was blind? I mean, I think the guys in the nosebleed section of this enormously large, sold-out venue with this great response that we had in Tallahassee could see that Glen Williams is tired and under-conditioned. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Donald, look at that, coming out with the bluff game right out the gate, not letting him know that he's tired. Or maybe Donald got a second win. Maybe it wasn't a bluff. I know Glen Williams is tired, seems to be backing up, and really not fighting because he wants to anymore, but fighting because he has to. And that's what I'm seeing out of this situation, is some very questionable heart with Glen Williams. You know, he doesn't seem to really just be looking to win the fight at this point. I think his goal
he's just
is
looking to finish. Yeah, he just doesn't want to get stopped. But and I think Donald can sense that.
Yeah, obviously, and even though Donald is fatigued out from you know, the work rate that he's put forth in this, even he took that shot, comes right back forward. You know, And Glen Williams really just trying to hold him, doing a lot.
Not giving him a second to breathe. Donald is just in his face nonstop.
Yeah, Glen Williams really just not really wanting to fight at this point. I mean, it's amazing to think that this is somebody that was undefeated and knocked out the last 3 fighters when, look at this, Donald just weathered the storm and, you know, see that there's not much to him. Now, he did hit Donald with some big shots in the beginning, and they took their toll. I'll give it to him for that, but you know, sometimes it's about going the distance, and Donald's proven that he can do that time and time again.
Yeah, and I mean, he's putting a beating on Glen here. I mean, this is but that's the thing. I mean, Donald's last couple opponents, the other guys he just recently beat. What was he, 32-1 in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, he was, and Donald stopped him in the 3rd round.
Yeah, yes, brought that rocket ship to a screeching halt.
Yeah. So for Donald to get in here and beat up on one of Shane's guys was just like, oh, wow, that's funny. You know, it was a walk in the park considered to the high level of competition that he normally competes against.
Right.
Glen Williams might be the man in Tallahassee, but even though Donald came to Tallahassee, it didn't matter. He took it from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, your judges have reached a decision. All 3 judges scored a unanimous decision for your winner out of the blue corner, Halliday.
If you want to see me, Big Scary, and the rest of the Rumble in the Ancient City Fighters and beautiful ring girls live, just go to rumbleintheancientcity.com for a listing of upcoming events. There'll be submissions. There'll be the hottest ring girls around. There'll be knockouts. And don't forget to watch Trauma Television every Saturday on Comcast Channel 99, and you can find us on Facebook too.